In a world of podcasts, one rises in the night to destroy them all. The elder god in an ocean of noise, the Cthulhu of the airwaves. This is Spoiler Country.
What's a movie that you think should be remade, or could be in the era of remakes, which seems to slow down a little bit?
Yeah.
In the era of remakes, you always hear, "Oh, they didn't need to do that," or "They shouldn't have done that. That one was perfect," whatever. Which is romanticized, but whatever. Okay, I get it. You don't want to rehash old stuff,
right.
But what is one that you think would do well as a remake, and even if people don't agree?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of remakes.
Nobody is.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question.
Yeah.
If you're asking me a question, if you rephrase that question and say what movie I think they should remake and make better, I would say any of the Snyder films. Like remake them, make them make sense. That'd be great.
Wow.
I just had
Robert. Body blow.
I had to get digging out Robert today, but I don't know. I don't.
Snyder films. I mean, Dawn of the Dead was great.
Dawn of the Dead was fun. Yeah, I'm just talking about the DC Snyder films.
Yeah.
And I get, before Robert messages me when he listens to this, because he did the last time we talked about this, I get Snyder had a vision and a plan that was kind of stunted.
Yeah.
It's just his vision and his plan wasn't very good in this case.
Right.
Like it wasn't, I know interpretations, whatever for characters, but it just wasn't there. So
right, it wasn't there for you.
It wasn't there for anybody who knows the characters.
Right. I mean, I still have fun watching those movies.
Yeah, it's fun if you like to watch people punch each other, but I mean, like, that's not why you watch the Superman movies. It's not why you go to see those movies.
Yeah. Well, Louise Simonson and Walt Simonson, when they came on, they talked about that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was loud.
Yeah, they said it was loud, but she was very vocal that, he doesn't understand the character of Superman.
Which is funny because the people who are fans of those movies will say he gets it more than anybody else, but then anybody who actually worked on the character for the last 40 years will say, well, no.
Yeah.
I've yet to find one person who's worked on Superman who agrees with Snyder's take on it.
Right. What is the one thing he should have changed okay. So I like the Man of Steel film. I like all of them. Cavill's an amazing Superman, but
he is.
I don't like the Man of Steel because one, I don't like the fact that the Kent dying.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Jonathan Kent shouldn't have died. He should have died, but not in that. He doesn't have to die because he doesn't necessarily die in the comic books. They have different timelines where he's dead, but he doesn't necessarily die. That's a Richard Donner thing.
He dies in all modern versions of the comic.
After Donner did it, though. And the way Donner did it, though, was perfect.
Yeah.
Why you would change that aspect is beyond me. Why remake Superman 2?
Right.
Which just drove me. I mean, you can do. I don't know. I shouldn't really say that because they could do General Zod. I mean, that is a bad guy from Superman. They could do that whole concept, but the way they did it was just, I don't know. I wish they would have completely changed it if they were going to do it.
So Donner wasn't the first one to kill Jonathan Kent.
No, I didn't. I thought he was.
No, 1963, Superman 161 was the first time Jonathan Kent died.
Oh, how'd he die?
Oh, let's see.
Heart attack?
After his parents found a buried treasure chest on the beach, a young Clark Kent brought them to the past to discover the treasure's origins. When the trio returned home and his parents grew sick, Clark blamed the island's ancient fruit for the malady. His parents' death and the guilt he felt because of it caused Clark to vow never again to use his powers.
Okay, that's weird. Was that like a what if thing?
Only after discovering that their deaths were caused by an ancient fever plague still contained in the chest did Clark finally forgive himself. A lot of the old Superman comic books were just one shots. There was no continuity.
Right. So we could say Donner was the first one to do it where it stuck.
Yeah, I mean that was 78.
Well, it really, because when you think about what Donner did, that really solidified a very emotional tie to Clark. You know what I mean? That he can't save everybody. And here was a situation he didn't have the knowledge or the ability to save him. And I think that's the big difference between how Donner did it and compared to Snyder.
Yeah, well, one of them is like you said, and in every instance, like the way Smallville handled it, the way they handled it in the comics, and after that, in the New 52 and in Death of Superman, it's a death that he can't stop. Whereas in the Snyder film, he could absolutely have stopped that from happening.
Yeah,
there's no reason why.
Frustrating, and it's weird, and it gets frustrating when you listen to somebody, and I don't want to say who, Robert, but
cough, Robert.
Yeah, it does get frustrating because he over analyzes and over explains why it works, and it's like, dude, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work because there's no reason for him not to save his dad. Yeah. Because anybody in that situation that has those powers is saving their parent.
And are they trying to say that Clark Kent's just an obedient kid? Clark's not an obedient, like, do whatever I say person. It's not his personality.
Right.
I don't know.
I think that's the good, like, beyond redoing Superman 2.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it felt like.
It is Superman 2.
But, but is it just because of General Zod, though? Because if it's only because of General Zod, then I think that might not be fair.
Well, I mean, it's the same overarching plot as Superman 2. It just stretched out longer.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you should be able to use Zod and do a whole different story.
You should be able to, but
you think he just should have reimagined the whole thing and not be so.
Yeah, it should have been totally.
The beats felt too similar.
I think it's too similar. They have the same. I mean, he has the same sidekicks with him, but it's just too many similar beats to it. Right? I mean, it's not. It's different in a lot of ways, but I mean, it's Zod coming to Earth, discovering his powers. There's the Phantom Zone talked about. Is there Phantom Zone? I don't know if there is or not, but there's the two Fiora and the other person, whatever, and it's just. I mean, it's different. In fact, they're not like trying to become president. They're trying to terraform the world. There's different beats.
Yeah.
But it seems like a weird place to start Superman.
Yeah.
It seems like weird for that to be his first adventure, him fighting Zod. It seems like a big thing to fight or to go up against. It's like.
Right, because in all accountability, you would think Zod would wipe the floor with him at that point.
Yeah, Zod is a seasoned general in an army. I mean,
that has gone through years of training.
Yeah, and Superman's fresh. Like, yeah. It's the same. It's the same concept as BVS, right? Like they rushed to Zod. They wanted to get Zod in there.
Yeah.
In BVS, they rushed to the death of Superman for no reason. And in Justice League, they rushed to a team film. Like they're all just rushed movies. Now
it's literally a 13. Marvel took like 13 or how many years? 12 years?
12 years.
10 years, something like that.
Well, you got me to get to Avengers 1 or to Avengers 4.
From Iron Man to Endgame.
Yeah.
Was what, 2007 to 2018?
Like 10 years. 10 years total, yeah.
Yeah. That's a crazy amount of time.
Yeah.
And a ton of movies in between and all the stuff that he wanted to do. Because I'll give this Snyder, he makes a very pretty film.
He does.
And the storytelling can be there. I think it wasn't too much happens at once is what your problem is.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that. And it's like, there's good ideas, bad execution, and bad understanding of characters. And it's just like, I mean, I was talking to Robert today about it. Like the Snyder cut of Justice League is better than Justice League, right? It's a fun film. I do enjoy it. But it's still not a great film. It's still not a great Justice League. I mean, I still stand by the fact you cannot have a Justice League movie where Superman doesn't show up until 2 hours in the film.
Yeah.
Like Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are the linchpins of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Always have been, always will be. And
everybody else.
And to create a team create that team without him is insulting. Now they can create different types, like Justice League International, Justice League this, just whatever without them. That's fine. But the core Justice League, the Unite the Seven, you've got to have them.
Yeah.
And
even if you did Justice League International, you still have to start with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, exactly.
To the point where International makes sense.
Exactly. And it's just like, come on. And again, it's alternate universe, whatever. It's a fun movie. I enjoy it. There's a whole lot of plots. And like I was thinking about today, when Aquaman is like go to the sea and he takes off his sweater and drops it in there, the people in the sea are like singing to him for some reason.
Right.
Why does that girl pick up his sweater and start sniffing it? That's got to smell really bad. Like, why is she sniffing that? And why?
She's a rock star.
And why in that movie, every time Wonder Woman shows up, they play the same tune, the same song? Every time. And why, while it's a cool visual when she fights in the bank when she first shows up, it's a cool visual that she claps, she does the bracelets thing.
Yeah.
Blows it out. But she could have just knocked that guy out. Why did she have to blow him out the side of a building and murder him in front of all those kids and cause all that property damage? She could have just ran over him and
I get what you're saying there, but at the same time, that doesn't bother me because she's a warrior. But
she's a warrior who just murdered a man in front of a dozen kids and blew him out of a window.
Blow up the whole building.
That she could have stopped by just hitting him. Like, maybe.
I mean, I'm saying, I get what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying.
And just because you're a warrior doesn't mean you cause uncountable costly damage to things. I'm a warrior. Fuck your shit.
Okay, counter. Jeez.
Right.
John Horsley, city planner. Don't fuck with my city, man.
Right.
I just saying I kind of get that she did that. I do. I do get. I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah. And it would have been fine if she just would have knocked him out.
Yeah.
Visually, it was a lot more fun watching her.
I feel like a lot of these movies, it's like the scenes are written based on the visual, not on the story.
100%. 100%. I think that's where Disney has done really well because they use a formula where they know what works, which is a lot of character development, trying to have emotional ties.
Yeah.
And then when they need to kick ass, they kick ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they keep it, it's not every scene of them kicking ass. There's a reason when you watch Endgame that I went and saw it in the theater twice, and every time Cap picked up that hammer, the crowd erupted. Yeah. Every time. And people that seen it 5, 6, 7, 8 times already, and other people that seen it the first time seeing it, the crowd literally erupts. And it's because you've watched Captain America through the progression and you have an emotional tie, and they've been talking about this hammer and the inability of people picking it up to this point, and then here's Captain America. Dong, whoa. And everybody just loses their fucking mind.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Yeah.
And I think that's what they're trying to get to. But again, this is the way you do it.
Yeah, they just rush it. So
all right, man. I think that's a great place to actually stop. Captain America and the Hammer of Thor. Honestly, one of my probably top 10 scenes of all time.
Oh, that scene is not only a visual scene, it's a well-earned scene.
Yeah. Yeah, the pop.
Yeah.
Pop that you get. You and I watched that in the theater together, and we were just laughing because people were like, oh! Yep. It was funny.
Spaghetti! And we're back.
That's right. We are back. Back in the saddle again. Well, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed that as much as we did making it for you. And if you like what you heard and you want to hear more, you got to go check out spoilerverse.com, because at spoilerverse.com, we have a plethora amazing directors and artists of all walks of life, and editors and writers, and oh my God, are you a lover of comic books like we are? Then there's so many amazing people from the comic book world over at spoilerverse.com, and I highly implore you to go there and check it out.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can check out all the other podcasts on our network, like Bridges and Geekdoms and Funny Book Forensics and Haphazard Adventures and Nerds from their Kitchen, and so many more.
Misery
Point episodes
Radio.
All the time. Go check all of them out, and check out all of the reviews and previews and articles we have going up every single day for you, every day on spoilerverse.com for you to check out and to read and to love and to like and to comment. We have a store link. You want to help support the site? You can do it 2 ways. One, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/spoilercountry, or go to our store link in the middle of the site there and get a t-shirt, a face mask, a hoodie, something, look fly as hell, and help support the site when you do that, because we get $1 or $2. And, maybe you want to talk to us. If you do, you can do it obviously on all the socials, but if you go to scpod.us/discord, you can join our public Discord server and come chat with us all day long.
I couldn't say it better myself, dude.
There you go.
You just mouthed out a ton of information at once, and really I hope you guys enjoy what you're hearing, because we're working our butts off to bring it to you.
We are.
I guess there's only one left thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. There's only one left thing left to do.
What's that?
In an oceans of podcasts, we are Cthulhu. As Cthulhu compels you to do
open the mind.
And read more.
Spaghetti.